sight reading. Any tricks you use to sight reading? Talk a little bit about that.
Sight reading?
Yeah.
Well, I'm no longer a great sight reader, and I never was, but I had found out when I moved to New York, finally I had to make a living, you know, that I got into some situations that I decided I didn't want to get into again, like playing some Juilliard graduate that doesn't know the guitar, and he's writing something for a farming film, and I can't read it, you know. I mean, so I said, I'm going to quit taking record dates of jazz days for a year, and I did practice. I mean, I already knew how to read, but sight reading is a little different than, you know, where you got to go on a date and paying a lot of money, and they don't want to know from the States. And they just get somebody else. You just don't get called back. You know, that was my idea. Better skip it years worth of whatever I might get in order to be able to do it when I got it. So I practiced sight reading by just getting everything I could get. In fact, since there was no Jamie Aebersold in those days, and so there weren't so many jazz books, but there were some. We did some Dizzy solos and stuff for syncopation. And then I would get Bach and violin books and Kreutzer, and the close-A clarinet is good because it's the same written range as the guitar. 3/4 bases below and 4 above. You just read it and see, you know. And then for double stops and stuff, the piano, maybe, or I read it like a guitar part because it could be too high, but you know. And practice the bass and left. You don't need that. You don't run into that much, but it's good to know it. And play it where it sounds. Practice reading the guitar, the piano music where it sounds rather than where we play at the middle C on the first line below, and so on. But the main thing that I did was every day sit down for a year and open a book and count it off and start reading. And it didn't stop until I was finished. I made a lot of mistakes, but I just kept, and I turned the next page because I didn't want to learn it. You know, I got a good ear inside. But then it was right away I could memorize it. You find you memorize it. So I never stopped, and I'd go to the library to get books, just books, whatever, you know, piano, whatever. And I just opened the book somewhere, count it off, and open, read. Because sight reading is a matter of staying ahead of the notes. You know, I never became a real good sight reader like Barry Gilbert or Tony Mottola or Johnny Smith or some of the guys that. But I just wanted to be better, good enough to when I wouldn't be embarrassed. You know, when I got jingles and record dates and things, I could handle most of them after a while. But I was way down the line on it as a sight reader. You know, they called me more for my jazz phrasing probably. But you have to do it all the time to stay good at it. So, you know, forget about the practice. You don't do it. Any other? That's a good work for me. You can try it. Just don't memorize it. Just keep turning the page, just count it off, start, and keep going. You know? And then don't even play it again for a long time. Just a lot of books.